Okay, here we go. 5 shots at 25 yards. Let's see if I've learned anything so far. Just outside the bullseye. Low and to the left. My usual spot. Right under the bullseye. Meanwhile, I wish I had a camera up there. I could have zoomed in. Up here in New England, we have these really large woodpeckers with very big, bright red heads and white and red heads. And there was one poking around up there. I'm sure I scared him off, but they're really remarkable to see. Pretty common, but still wonderful to see. I got a smoke ring off of that one. A little bit to the left, but not too far down. Better. I didn't scare him off too much. He's even closer now. You can hear the tap. Probably not. Let's give it a shot. I'll see if I can zoom in on this shot later, but he's right up on that branch in front of the top of the pine tree. He's sort of behind the... Oh, there he just dropped something. Knocked some bark off. His little head is poking around the corner. You're not going to be able to see it with this GoPro. But it's pretty cool. Nice to have some friends out here. All right. All right, I'm gonna go see how I did overall. I was getting pretty excited about myself. Got set up, took 4 shots, all of which I could see from 25 yards were not awful. If you've seen any of my prior shots, I'm pretty happy with these. They're all in the target technically. And then my fifth shot, I have no idea. I have no idea what happened to it. Let me show you. This is where we are. First shot was the one to the right. Was really happy about that to get within the 8. Second shot was this one down here, so right on the outer rim. That's kind of that lower and to the left where I always ended up in the past. Then I ended up, I can't remember which one came next, but these two were basically in the same neighborhood. I have no idea where shot 5 went. This is one of the things that I'm trying to figure out. I've been getting great tips from some viewers, thank you, on how to shoot this properly. One thing someone said to me is, you know, you're being authentic with these paper cartridges and all, but paper cartridges make it less likely that you're going to have as good an aim. You should use patched balls. So I'm going to try that. I'm not only here for the historical accuracy. I am going to try that at some point. But today my goal was to try and hit something for real from 50 yards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up those spots, those shots that I already hit on target with little stickers so I remember where they were. And then I'm going to try out at 50 and see if I can get at least something on target. Couple of points of advice I have. I'll show you the balls later. When I got into this, I thought balls would be just spherical. They have a sprue on them, which is essentially the place in the mold where they were attached to, or where you pour, I don't actually know. Is it where you pour in the lead into the mold and then separate the mold? Anyway, it's a small chunk. I'll just have to show you that. I've always wondered, what do I do with that? Like, do I try to point it up? Do I try to put it down? Does it matter? And I'm reading and getting tips from people saying it absolutely matters what direction you should have it. Try not to be on the side so that it would rub against the barrel as it's going out of the muzzle. So that makes all the sense in the world. Haven't been doing that. Also been cutting off the excess paper more and biting off more of the paper so that you don't have the likelihood that all of that stuff will necessarily impede the path of the ball. So we'll see what happens. Really puzzled about that last shot of the first 5 at 25, mostly because I actually saw the paper eject from the muzzle, and I'm really curious about what that could mean. Was there something about the way I packed it that wasn't right? Was I distracted by our friend the woodpecker, and that's why I didn't get it lined up right? I don't know. Learning all these things. Okay, gonna do 50, fingers crossed. All right, my goal at 50 yards is to just hit something close. And the problem about being old is I can't actually see from here whether I hit something or not. So at least that gives me an excuse. If I can't hit something, I'll know, you know, hey, what do you expect? I can't even see the target. No, I can see it. I just can't make out, you know, spots, holes in it. Let's see how this goes. All right, doing this out of order because I forgot to put the stickers on so I'd be able to remember which shots were which. Now, lucky for me, I am married to an early childhood educator. So I've got all kinds of fun stickers. Here we go. That was my first shot. Oh, stickers aren't big enough. Let's see if you can see. And then second shot, and then third shot. I don't know that you need to see all of this, but fourth shot. I think I know what happened to the fifth shot, by the way. Okay, oh, and then the good news. First shot from 50, I'm on the target, which is kind of encouraging. So I'll leave that one unstickered. I'll come back here in a little bit. We'll get a view. Oh, I mentioned, I think I know what happened with that fifth shot. The way I make the cartridges, you put the powder in the paper cartridge, like this, and then a couple of different methods that I've seen that people use to like close the powder inside. You don't seal it, you don't tie it, you just fold it. Some people twist it. Some people have this elaborate folding method. I've tried them both. I don't think I got all the powder out, because when you twist it like this, you make it actually difficult to then turn it upside down and have it all just pour out nicely. And I feel for it. I try to feel to get all the powder out. But if I'm not getting enough powder out, then it's not burning up most of the paper. It's not sending the ball as far as I need it to. So I think that's what happened to that fifth shot. At least that's the story I'm telling myself. All right, 4 more shots at 50 yards, and who knows? If these are good, we could try 75. Let's go see what happened down there. Well, I don't know to be proud or disappointed. I got one in the 9, which, you know, obviously I'm happy with. Couldn't see it from way back there, so I thought I was way off target. I only got 2 of the other ones, the one I already showed you, and then another one down here. I think that was my 2nd shot. And then I had problems with the flash in the pan, and had a problem, I had to rejigger the flint. So I'm not gonna say it was an unqualified success. I mean, I'm happy with it. And I'm gonna do maybe another 5 from 50, and then the last 5 at 75, and just see what happens. One area where I've gotten a lot of good tips and advice from everyone is cleaning. There are quite a few good videos on cleaning. They're all different. Everybody cleans differently. I mean, the good news is every single person who has done a video on cleaning says, I know we all do it differently. Here's how I do it. Here's why it works for me. I've been going with water. Some people say cold, some people say hot. I've just been doing lukewarm. I'm gonna do just a really quick mini clean here after these 10 shots that I fired, just in case the fouling on the inside is causing me any challenges that might make it harder for me to see whether or not I'm actually shooting well. So let me do that real quick. One of the things I understand you're trying to do here is ensure that you get a good transfer of the spark through the touch hole. I'm finally learning how to say some of these words. Touch hole is the hole, just like it is on a cannon, I guess, is the same terminology. But the hole can get gunked up and fouled up and makes it less likely to transfer the right spark, which can cause delays. Or I did just have a delay on that last shot, a little bit of a delay, or a flash in the pan, but my flash in the pan that I had was clearly because I didn't have enough priming powder in there. So cleaning that out a little bit here, and then I'm just going to run a little bit of yeah, so that's just from rubbing around the outside. Get some more of that. We'll run it down inside. Worm attachment is this little coiled thing, which, if I understand it correctly, yes, you can use this to attach to the patch, so that when the patch goes down, it also comes back up. But it's not the patch, the cleaning, whatever you want to call it, cleaning cloth. So just screw that on the threaded end and stick it down in the barrel through the muzzle. That's without any cleaning solution because I left the cleaning solution in the truck. So just trying to get any obvious gunk out of there more than anything. It's not about cleaning, it's about just removing any caked residue. So that's what I'm getting. A couple of chunks that are I don't know, nothing major. We've only shot 10 shots. So I'll take that off. Basically did a little touch up on the pan, the touch hole inside of the barrel, just to see if it makes a difference. I also know that I'm probably overthinking it. Anyone ever play golf? One of the things I hate about golf is that I always get up to a shot and I overthink it. It's like I keep pulling left, so now I'm gonna twist my wrist and stand differently, and then it doesn't actually make sense. It just becomes kind of a superstition. So anyway, I'm doing that with these shots. I'm like, oh, I shot low, so now I need to compensate. And I'm sure I'm overthinking it. Let's see what happens. We'll do 5 more at this distance, then maybe 5 at 75. Who knows? All right, I'm only at 4, but I'm gonna go check them out because I can't tell from here whether I'm aiming right. We'll see. I don't know, encouraged, discouraged? No, still actively figuring it out. Here we go, ready? So this is one of my, that I think was my last shot. I could see that one from way back there. Let's see, I already showed you that one, right? So this one is new. That's way off. And then one of these is new. I think the one that is off the edge is new. So not even on the target, but at least somewhere in the ballpark for 3 shots. I don't know where the 4th shot has gone, and I haven't paid enough attention to the prior markings, like whether this one over here was here or not. I'll have to go back and play back the tape and see, you know, am I really just crazy off and it's not even on the cardboard? I don't know. I'm pretty energized though. I'm willing to try it from 75 a couple of times just to see. Now that I'm here, this will be interesting because that's a long way away. We'll see what happens. So, not a huge surprise. Not a single one on the target at 75. My 50 wasn't confident enough, but you know, figured I might as well try 75 so I know what I have to work up to. Really would like to try some 50s again. Although as I'm overthinking it, I'm probably causing myself a lot of woe here. Let me try another 50. I've got another cartridge prepared. Then I have some ball and powder and stuff. I can make some more. Since it's actually very nice. I mean, it started a light drizzle, but it's not that cold. Last time I was here, I had to keep going back to the truck to warm up my fingers. That is not so bad. Let's try this again. All right, last cartridge I have prepared. We're back at 50. Try this out. Well, that one's at least on target, so that's a good note to end on. Here's my newest 50, right here on the far edge. Ugh, up there. So kind of got worse as the day went by. But this is all about learning, figuring it out. Input from everybody, I appreciate it. And we'll see what I accomplish next. I have some meditations on some of these topics to get into over the holiday break. I'll have some time off. I'll do a little bit more shooting out here as long as it doesn't get too snowy and icy. And look forward to any of your comments and input on that. Thank you.